Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome in and welcome back. I am Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. Today is Friday, September 20th. We're still in the energies of the full moon. That was about 3 days ago. And I wasn't sure if I was going to do a reading today. I had so much to do this morning, just mundane things that I have to do for this earthly life. And I just wasn't sure if it was going to happen. I needed to do several things before I could get to this. Of course, this is what I'd like to do all the time, but it just doesn't sometimes work out that way because of, commitments I have to adhere to keep this earthly life going here. So, anyway, I hope you are all doing well. So after I got done with everything, and of course I'd rather do this first thing in the morning, the first thing that I do, but today it wasn't possible. So I just sat with the energy, asked my guides, is there a message? Is there something you want me to read on today? Is there something you want me to get out? And I was directed to pick up the Healing Spirits Oracle. Which I guess I should tell you, last night I went to a healing circle. I've never been to one before. Wow, was it ever powerful. There were 5 of us there. The lady that was leading it, and her business is called Pathway to Joy or of Joy. Wait a minute. I don't want to give you the wrong information. Just a moment. Pathway of Joy. Pathway of Joy. So anyway, she was leading it and of course participating, and then there were 2 people on over Zoom, and there were 2 of us in person. What a powerful session that was. It was a couple of hours, and the lady that does that, Linda, she teaches about connecting with angels. There's a specific type of healing that she teaches. I haven't taken that class, but it involves heart linking with angels and then sending healing energy and things like that. Of course, I can't remember the whole 2-hour thing, but I can remember what happened with me. We paired up and gave each other healing. We did a circle of healing. We linked up with angels, and boy, could I feel the energy. So as I was pulling these cards, a lot of the messages from the 3 oracle cards that I pulled linked right back in with some of the things that happened last night. So I was like, oh, okay. Maybe there were certain reasons for messages or colors or what have you that came through. But I always feel like everyone can use healing. We can all use healing. And if you've watched me before, I've said it before that a lot of times as I'm driving, I'll just send ribbons of green energy from my heart, like green healing, loving energy to people walking on the street or homeless people or what have you. Sometimes other drivers, whenever it moves me to do so. And one of the things that she was teaching was sending gold and white light from your heart to another person's. And I was like, oh, that's similar to what I do with green. Green is just the prominent color for me. I've never had an aura picture done, but maybe I should. So anyhow, when I was giving the healing to one of the people in the group, because each one of us got to be the focus of all the other 4 sending us healing, I got a message to send her green and purple light. And the first card that came out is green and purple. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But anyway, there are some other similarities as we go along. So I don't know how this reading is going to unfold or who it's going to be for or pertain to, but if it sounds like something that you're resonating with, then please do give it a like, a share, a comment. So this first card that came out is called Endurance is the Key to Success. It is a number 2 card. And the message is, you have a goal to achieve things in your life and are wondering how will you get the strength to go on and accomplish what you have set out to do. The spirit healers and helpers who are close to your energy know when you are becoming depleted and are asking you to look at your inner strength as well as your physical. They want you to take a short time to allow them to help you to become emotionally strong, as this is the energy you need to accomplish your goals. Remember, healing power will strengthen both body and mind. So push on, follow your dreams, and know that there is a force above you that wants you to succeed. So, another funny thing that happened yesterday, when I got out of work, I left work a little bit early because the physical therapist left early, so I got my things finished up and left a little bit early. But as I was driving home, just became so tired. I could have fallen asleep driving. I just was overcome with tiredness, fatigue. When I got home, my plan was to come home, do some housework and get the house cleaned up because I wasn't going to be home till 9 o'clock last night. But when I got home, the only thing I could do was take a nap. I was so tired. And this has happened to me before when I'm emotionally depleted and my guides just make me have no choice but to lie down and take a rest. And that's what happened to me yesterday. It's been a little bit emotionally upset at work for the past week, I would say. Just things that have been going on there. Oh, I wish I didn't have to go to work outside the home and be around all that negative energy. But so I've been a little bit depleted at work, so that could explain it. And maybe my guides just needed me to take a rest and sort of like a reset, kind of clean me up before I went to this healing. In fact, that's what they're telling me right now. They gave me those words. So it suffices to say that we should all be aware of our energy and how depleted are we, and do we need to stop? Do we need to take a nap? Even a power nap sometimes for 15 minutes will help. Do we need to sit with a crystal? Do we just need to slow down and take a rest so that we can be filled up, so that when we're on this journey as healers, we're able to give out clean energy is what I'm hearing. Like clean, I don't know how else to say it, but not tainted with negativity, I guess. Thank you, Spirit. And the next card that came out, after I pulled these 3 cards, is when I decided, okay, I'll go ahead and record a reading. I wasn't sure I was going to, but I feel like there's some good messages here for many of us. So Edgar Cayce, if any of you aren't familiar with him, wow, wow, wow. He was named the sleeping prophet because he would actually go into trance, and he was a medical intuitive in trance. So he could tell people what was wrong with their bodies, how they should change their diet, and he gave over 2,500 readings. And he was actually born in the Bible Belt of Hopkinsville, Kentucky. I think it was called like Christian County, Kentucky or something. But he certainly endured much as far as going through his life and trying to do this in the 20s and 30s, 40s maybe. Sorry, hang on a second. I pulled up some information on him just so that because I was interested. Once I read what was in the Saints and Mystics book. So he was born in 1877. He passed away in 1945, or transitioned, I should say, from this earth. So yeah, it was like the 20s, 30s, and 40s that he was doing this. Same as Florence Scovel Shinn. She was also in that time period. And imagine how hard it would have been to do that, to be a healer, to be a hypnotist, to be a seer back in those days, right? So that card is from my Saints and Mystics deck. I was guided to this deck by Mother Mary, by the way. She's not in here, but this was the deck that she gravitated me toward when I wanted a deck to go with each of my guides. All right, so Edgar Cayce, messages. The Sleeping Prophet. Edgar Cayce was the most documented psychic of the 20th century, able to pass spiritual messages to sitters from a trance-like state of awareness. He gave over 2,500 soul readings between 1923 and 1945, which were documented and are still available to read today. By the way, I have read a couple of his books where he documents the sessions. It's fascinating reading, absolutely fascinating. Edgar's energy is invoked for inspiration to help understand the world we live in and the beauty found in the mysteries of the universe. Working with Edgar's energy encourages building faith in spirituality and cosmic intelligence and the hidden power of your awakening psychic self. You may find yourself spontaneously having deeply profound spiritual experiences to reawaken your spirit and uncover a new, if not another, heightened level of intuition. So, Edgar's energy can help us, tune in and tap in and turn on our psychic abilities, calling on him to assist us with that. I mean, he completely believed in this, but he had his fair share of illnesses and also getting tired or extremely tired from doing these things. He had a scribe who sat there and she wrote down the information. Obviously, they had no computers back then, so she wrote down the information as it was coming from him. Okay, and the third card that I drew, which is from the Divine Masters Oracle deck, was Lady Portia. Overcoming limitations. Karmic release. Let go of the need to be right. Yeah. So Lady Portia's name means doorway, and she is the spiritual embodiment of justice. As the twin flame of Saint Germain and one of the keepers of the violet flame, a divine energy that can be invoked to aid transformation, she is working closely with light workers to help them overcome low vibrational energy and bust through any blockages that are stopping them from doing their great work. So another link in to last night was when I was receiving the one-to-one energy from Kristen, the other gal that was there in person. She said she saw a violet flame when she was giving me the healing. And I had never, I've heard of it, but I don't know a lot about it. So it came up in this. And so that was something. Okay, in her many incarnations upon Earth, Lady Portia often found herself in positions where she was a voice of justice and balance. Balance is another connection to last night's healing circle. Now she can help us uncover past karma and understand the patterns we may be experiencing now in order to unlock lessons and overcome setbacks. Her presence is powerful yet angelic. So, at the beginning of our healing in the circle, we all we drew from a deck of angel cards, and I drew Angel Faith blesses you with balance. So balance came up last night. The violet flame came up last night. Mediumship came up last night. Purple and green came up last night. And so I just feel like there's something here, not just for me, but for everybody. I mean, as I was meditating and pulling those oracle cards, I was hearing, everybody needs healing. We need self-healing. We need to give healing. Love is the key always, so we need to keep these things in mind. So I was also looking at my tarot decks after I pulled those and said to myself, okay, I guess we're going to record a reading. They told me to use the foil deck. So this is tarot now. All right, so endurance. Now, many people as healers, mediums, psychics, Reiki, masters, all of this, whatever the healing is that you do, we need endurance, right? It takes endurance to be able to have appointments, when you're giving healing. It sometimes one appointment can feel very depleting because the energy that you need to use is great, and you have to pull a lot, and you know, at least in my experience. The person who's the sitter, of course, is getting all of this energy that you are pulling from the quantum, from your guides, from the masters, but it's coming through you. So as the conduit for this healing, we can get, depleted. Okay, so very important. Endurance we need endurance, and in order to have endurance, we have to keep ourselves clean and healed and upbeat. We can certainly call on Edgar Cayce, who is obviously a master at endurance. He did sometimes more, like several of these sittings in a day. So he was the master of endurance. And then with Lady Portia meaning doorway, literally, we are, basically opening up, a doorway or a portal, to have our guides, the ascended masters and whatnot, come through that door or that portal to go through us and to our client, our sitter, our patient, our, whoever it is. Yeah. And we need to overcome our limitations, and the way to do that is to stay connected and stay filled up and stay in a high frequency. Keep ourselves healthy. Keep our etherical body clean. Keep our chakras spinning. All of those things for self-care. We need to be able to... Oh, this was another tie-in. So, Lady Portia, karmic release, let go of the need to be right. One of the things that came up was in the one-to-one healing, Kristen was seeing like a gray area, like a grayish, cloudy area in my sacral chakra, down in that area. And I, understand that because I've had, family trauma and such. And have I forgotten it 100%? Of course not. Of course not. It would be really hard to 100% forget something that happened to you or something that you perceive as a wrong done to you. But those are the things that we need to karmically release, right? We need to get those things out of our energy field so that we can move on. Oh, I love these cards. Oh my goodness. I love these cards. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, we'll go over that in a minute. Let me see. Do we have another row of 3 for this reading, please? For who's ever reading this is. I don't know what it's going to be called, but probably Healing for the Healer. Okay, if that's what you want, Spirit. Sometimes I say what the name of the video is going to be, and then when I'm uploading it, I forget. I just think I'm picking something. I think I'm picking something, and then when I go back and listen to it, I'm like, oh, that's what they said in the beginning. So funny. I'm so grateful to my guides. I'm so grateful to be able to do this. It felt so good to give the healing and to feel what I was feeling. I did get a few messages for a couple of the people, which I gave them. I mean, the Linda, the leader of the circle, asked, if anybody got any messages during the healing, do you want to hear it? We just didn't start blurting out what we... There's an etiquette when you work in this type of field, right? You can't just be blunt sometimes, You have to... Okay, wow. All right, so that's funny. Those 3 cards just kind of slid out, and I asked if those were the cards, and they said yes. All right, so let's see what else we have. Oh, I love that Knight of Pentacles. I've changed up my little thing here a little bit because it seemed like it was too far away. So I kind of pulled it over a few inches so that hopefully more of the cards will be in the shot. I hope I can do this without... I just want to show you those flowers over there. Aren't those gorgeous? Look at those. And those carnations are about 2 weeks old. Believe it or not. Oh gosh, see. Leave it to me. Trying to mess around with this. Okay. Can we still see everything? Yes, we can. I forgot to light my candle. Okay, so remembering about endurance, about calling on Edgar Casey, the master of endurance, pretty much. Portia, opening the door but releasing karma. And Angel Faith, giving us some balance here. So remember those. Now, the first card out, Ace of Pentacles. You're going to get there. And they're saying, yeah. So Ace of Pentacles can be a new start, a new offer, something new to do with your career, your job, or promotion. And the Knight of Pentacles is forward moving, slow action having to do with that. So we may feel like a new door is opening, but we may not feel like it's going as fast as we want it to. Oh, this is really unbelievable to me, because another message that I got was speedy and speed, and something to do with being careful about speed, because as you know, if you've watched me before, this whole thing with my LLC has just taken forever, and I've been frustrated since last May. It finally did come through, and now I have to try to build up my business and get clients and get rolling. So I've been frustrated. I'm only human, so I've been frustrated about some of how that has been going. And so that came up last night too. These, if you have the opportunity to go to a healing circle in your area, I would really encourage you to do it. Or she does these once a month on you can be over Zoom. And trust me, it worked just as well for the people that were on Zoom as it did for those of us that were in person. This particular one that I attend through Pathway of Joy, it's only $10 a person. So Linda is fantastic. I mean, she gives of her time. I mean, there were only 4 people last night. That's $40 for 2 hours of her work, plus the setup time, the cleanup time. I mean, that is somebody who truly wants to give back. That is somebody who is in this work for the right reasons. You know, she easily could have charged $50. Anyway, so you can find her website at Pathway of Joy. And if any of you would like to be at the next one, I don't know. I think it's in November, because I think it's every other month. So in October, she's doing a energy share. I think you can be online for that one too, but I'm not sure. So that's when each person gets to be the recipient of whoever else is signed up, whether it's Reiki, whatever their modality of healing is. We each get a 10-minute session of that, and in turn we are helping heal each of the other participants, if that makes sense. So that is, I believe, October 3rd. I don't know if she has a limit to how many people can do that, but I think it's also 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 6 to 8 p.m. It is a Thursday evening. Okay, I don't know why I said that, but maybe somebody out there needed to hear it. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, new offer, new position, something new coming in as far as how you earn your living, your job, some sort of promotion, some idea, some collaboration. They're giving me a lot here. If you have been trying to grow or start your own business, I have a strong feeling that somebody is coming your way that's going to be able to help you with that. They're giving me the feeling that there's some question or some hurdle that you haven't been able to get over, and they're going to send somebody to you that will help you with that. Well, thank you, Spirit. Then we have the Hanging Man. Hanging Man is being comfortable in your own skin, right? Walking your own path and not basically giving a hoot about what somebody else thinks of your path, which is how it should be. There's a saying, and oh God, when I'm in channeling mode, sometimes I don't. What other people think of you is none of your business. Is that it? I think that's it. Other people's opinions of you is none of your business. Like, don't worry about it. So this also can represent seeing something in a different perspective, because obviously if you're hanging upside down, things are going to look completely different. So maybe get a new perspective on whatever this is. It could be your karmic release, it could be your endurance, it could be healing yourself, filling up, taking the time to fill yourself up, to have your clean spinning chakras, and whatnot. And the next card is the Ten of Swords. Oh boy. I don't like the depiction on this card because the swords are actually in his back. My other deck, they're just kind of hovering there. Tens are completion of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle, because tens pair down to 1. So what I'm hearing is this cycle of you stabbing yourself in the back needs to come to an end. The cycle of you doubting yourself, doubting your powers, doubting your gifts, the doubt needs to go. That cycle needs to close. I mean, they're being very strong and assertive about this. Okay. Many healers, myself included, sometimes feel like, is this really happening? Or do I really have this gift? Or am I really connected? You don't know how many times my guides say, I'm here, I'm with you, you're not doing it, we're doing it, you're the channel. I mean, and they're probably sick of it. They're probably up there rolling their eyes, like, what's wrong with her? Like, we've told her and showed her over and over and over again, and she still doubts. So for any of you out there, that are having these doubts, you need to release that karma. Release the karma of doubt. If it's other people making you doubt yourself, release it. Just release it. Send it off. Bye-bye. I don't want to hear doubts. Those can't come into my vision. Okay, Judgment. What are you being called to do? What are you being called to do? This is a call to action. The question is, will you answer the call, and how will you answer it? Are you being called to give of yourself, to use your gifts for healing? Have you been afraid to step forward? I'm literally seeing a person, and there's like people lined up that want to book appointments, and this person is afraid to step over the threshold, if that makes sense. If you have gifts, you can share them. If you are not ready to charge money for them, find a place to volunteer, or go to one of these, healing circle type things like I found. It's a great way to test it out. It is a fantastic way to get validation. Honestly, I felt so good when I left there last night. I was just on cloud 9. And then I had to drive home for 30 minutes, but I just drove home in silence. I just thought about the night, thought about the messages I received, thought about the healing I received, just eager to do this again and to get out there and help people. So the Knight of Pentacles we did go over with that Ace of Pentacles. Slow moving forward action, guys and gals. We can't just have it all overnight, right? We don't live in the world of Bewitched, where we can just twinkle our nose and everything is exactly right. Or I dream of Genie and our ponytail is going to make everything manifest. So don't ask me why those came in, but they did. And then the last card is the King of Wands. King of Wands is action, passion, masculine energy, ready to go, ready to stand up and get to the next thing. And they're giving me this feeling of that. Like, okay, come on, let's go. Come on. Find a place to do this. Find a place to use your healing. This is what you are meant to do. They're giving it to me very strong. Now, for someone who didn't think she was going to do a reading today, wow, are they coming through. So, what did they say? Heal the healer. Yeah. Heal the healer. Keep your gifts clean, but get out there and use them, right? Use them. If you're not, if you aren't a healer or aren't fully set up in your business, or it's slow going right now, find a place to volunteer. that is a good way to give back to your community, to your friends, to your family. Healing works online, over Zoom, over Facebook chat, over whatever. Oh man, Lotus flower unfoldment. Oh, could we have asked for a better card? This is from the Earth Magic Oracle. Look at that beautiful card. And a lotus has to come all the way up through the mud, all the way up, 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 before they can open. Unfoldment. Okay. I will get that out in a minute. Oh, it looks like the sun's coming out. It's been kind of dreary all day today. I have so much that I should be doing right now, but this is what I love doing. Don't I say that all the time, guys? This is what I want to do. I don't want to do the things I have to do. I want to do the things that I want to do, that I enjoy doing. Okay, Magical Times from Jody Bergsma. What do you have? Kindness. Yeah, always. Love that card. Beautiful fall colors on that. All right, let me get the Earth Magic, because that's, I mean, one word, but let's see. Is there a number on it? No. Oh, these are the ones I have to look up in the index. So, unfoldment. Oh, boy. Sorry, guys. Aren't these in alphabetical order? Oh, it's Lotus. I'm sorry. It would help if I looked up the right word. That is a 92. That's 11. 92 is an 11. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Lotus flower, unfoldment. The lotus flower sits upon one of its leaves, having risen to the surface as the sun, held in the hand of God, invites it upward to the light. This unique plant is rooted in the mud and muck at the bottom of a body of water, its stem reaching up to the surface where the leaves rest quietly. At night, the flower closes and sinks below the surface, only to rise with the daylight and once again gradually unfold its petals, its stem extending above the waterline 3 feet or more. Wow, I didn't know all of that. But it makes sense, right? We only want to use our healing, use our gifts, and do these things when we are in the light, right? Sometimes if you're going through a rough time, like sometimes I sit down to do a reading and I just know that nothing is going to come because my energy isn't right. I'm not fully in the light at that moment, or something has been bothering me, and we can't give healing in the right way if we try to do it when we're dark or we feel dark, if that makes sense. Your spiritual unfoldment is occurring at all times, whether or not you are aware of it. It is inevitable as long as you put your trust in the hands of the Creator, the one who holds the light. Like the lotus, your soul is always reaching for the light to fulfill its karmic destiny. But even in that process, there are periods of darkness and times to rest. What were we just talking about? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. It is a natural cycle, one that cannot truly be coerced or halted. It has an innate rhythm of its own, one that is unique to the being that is you, your unique lotus. You do not need to strive or be driven by spiritual ambition. It does no good to try to force growth upon yourself or others, for that matter. Allowing is the key here. Allow the place in you that naturally wants to follow the light to do so, while recognizing that even when you have complete faith, you will face challenges and occasionally suffering. Your steady faith and love will guide you on your journey of returning to the light. Oh my goodness. And what did we have in the beginning? Endurance is the key to success. Endurance is the key to success, right? So these two cards go hand in hand. The lotus most certainly endures a lot while trying to climb up out of the mud. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm so glad that I listened to my guides and went ahead to do this. Wow. And kindness. Live with compassion. Open your heart to all life forms. Be an angel with hands. Oh my gosh. I'm getting goosebumps all over because that is, like I was telling you, we were connecting with angels in that healing circle. And we were then giving healing, to others through with the angels energy coming through our hands and to the other person. Oh my gosh, guys. Yeah, please, if you're already a healer, see if you can find a way to give back by offering, maybe you can offer a healing circle yourself. I would do it, but I don't know how many people would come to Shapley. I'm out in the boonies. Offer a healing circle, attend a healing circle, see what you can find. I guess, I don't know, maybe the title is going to be healing circles. I don't know. When I get to typing it, they'll give me what they want. Because I've heard like 4 different titles as the reading has evolved. Yeah. Wow. Okay. What is the animal oracle that you would like, Spirit, to close out this beautiful reading? Butterfly, rebirth. Oh my gosh. Is that the only one that flipped? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Butterflies. So many people are connected to butterflies. Butterflies are connected to transformation. Definitely rebirth. You can reinvent yourself. Open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. Oh my gosh. You have brilliance to share with the world. I mean, this whole reading has kind of centered around that. I mean, after we got going, obviously, I didn't know what was going to unfold after the oracle cards. But yes, you do have a gift to share. We all do. Even if you are not a practicing healer who has chosen that profession, you can heal people simply by sending them love and energy, love and kindness and energy. We are all healers. We are all healers. Remember to keep yourself energetically clean, releasing any karma. Call on Edgar Casey if you want to connect more in with that kind of thing. Remember your endurance. Purple and green may be significant for you, as purple came out over here and in Edgar Casey. Remember Angel Faith and her balance, right? Remember to stop stabbing yourself in the back, okay? Remember to be comfortable with who you are. The Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, moving forward, maybe a little slower than you want, but that's okay. Judgment. What are you being called to do? Be that lotus. You can get up through the mud. You can blossom in your light, with your light, spread kindness, spread healing, transform. That King of Wands is ready for you to go, go, go. All right. Oh my goodness. Guys, thank you for sticking with me. Please do give it a like. I think I have 11 subscribers to go before I reach 400. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Do me that kindness. I would like to reach my goal of 400 by the end of the year. Thank you so much. Peace, kindness, and healing I send to you. I love you all.